Welcome people of the World Wide Web. So it's Cypher Sigma Toys here, and it is another Friday video, so it's another dive into the collection. So we have, as you will see on this, it's Captain Simian and the Space Monkeys, and I know probably quite a few people out there going, what? So this was a cartoon series in 1996. This was based around the premise of a monkey gets shot into space and unfortunately gets lost in space and found by some aliens. The aliens decided that he is the main culture species of this planet and decide to evolve him into Captain Simian himself. So he was called Captain Charles Chuckles and he becomes Captain Simian. He then chooses different monkeys from the planet Earth and evolves them, and then they became Captain Simian and the Space Monkeys. It only ran for one series. It had 26 episodes in it. Had some good voice talents, and you may remember from other sci-fi and animated series. I have most of the figures, not fully complete all of them. And there was 3 vehicles as well, which I don't own. As you know, when you follow this series, unfortunately I try not to get the vehicles unless it is specific lines, just because of space. But anyway, we're going to go down to the round table and we shall start going over them. So here we are, as stated in the early bit of this video. This is a video for the Captain Simian and the Space Monkeys. So here, this is the first character. So this is Captain Simian, or Captain Charles Chuckles, who gets turned into Captain Simian. This character was voiced by Jerry O'Doyle, which people may remember him as Captain Garibaldi from Babylon 5. There is this whip, I believe he does come with as well. I mean, the weapons might not be completely right, apologies there. I kind of got these odds and sods, so we shall put it round there. I quite like how they integrated lots of different weapons. Let's see if he will stand. Let's take his launcher out of his hand as we fire it across the way. Obviously, being a monkey, they have monkey-like hands and feet, which means they're not the easiest to stand, as you will see. So yep, so this is the main character or protagonist of the series. And there is a little bit close up of one of his fire weapons. Obviously, he has 2 different ones that he can interchange with. So yeah, that is Captain Simian. So Captain Simian had a crew. So the first member of his crew, we have Spider. He sits in this basically walking pair of legs, as you will see there. So this is all complete. This is what he comes with. Obviously, he was a very tiny figure in comparison to the others, which is why they've given him this little robotic set of legs, which is kind of monkey gorilla type, the way it's curved. Yeah, he was kind of the fun-loving guy, and he was a thief from the world of Earth. So he was quite good with picking stuff and unlocking. Then we have the mechanical brains behind the team. This is Dr. Splits, or Splitsy as he was called. He had a split personality, i.e. the name. And we shall try and get him to stand. I will try and, there we go. There is Splitsy. So none of the other, he's obviously an orangutan. It doesn't come with any additional parts. I think he maybe came with a gun or wrench or something like that. Obviously have a little bit of paint distortion on his face because he has been played with since the 90s. And this limb is a little bit loose. But then the final character, so there was a female called Shaolin. You can get that toy, but it was very hard. So this is Gorilla, or Gore to his friends. This guy was voiced by James Avery, so he played the voice of Uncle Phil, or he was Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and also the voice of Shredder from the 1980s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. The reason why he's called Gorilla is because when he evolved, he had it broke, and basically when he gets angry, he turns into this giant big monkey called Gormormus, I think is the name. I have not got that figure. That figure again is a very hard one to find. It wouldn't even fit in the frame for this. I mean, in the series he'd just burst his armor and just get a little bit angry, but there it is. So that is all the good guys for this. So then you have the main villain called Nebula, which obviously has this very nice speckled paint effect. If I can get him to stand. Let's see how we go. There we go. So that's him with his kind of staff weapon. Maybe it's the weapons that are causing least of it. So let's. So there, his cape does come up, and you can see you can kind of split it out there. But we're going to fold it back, and let's see if we can actually get him to stand. But he does kind of look like a Nebula, which was, I think, the whole point of his character, or kind of, you know, kind of a dark hole. Obviously, it's not the greatest from behind. There are a few little marks and paints, but for the most part, yes, he is quite a good, scary-looking character. And then the final one is kind of the henchman assassin called Rhesus 2. He is kind of a cybernetic monkey. He has brains that go in here and connect, and he uses them as weapons. I don't unfortunately have them there, the bit that is always lost. So let's try and get this to stand. He's also missing his tail, as you can tell there. Unfortunately, this was a very cheap one. I do need to upgrade this. There we go. And we've got Rhesus. He is voiced, or he was voiced by Malcolm McDowell, so of Clockwork Orange fame, and that obviously Andy McDowell's father. Let's just get up. No, as you can say, a thing with the 90s figures that always had is just so hard for the figure to actually stand straight. You wouldn't think it'd be that hard. It seems that all these creative choices with the feet and something always made it a bit of a pain. But yeah, that has been my toy collection for Captain Simian and the Space Monkeys. Have you seen this series? Do you own any of the toys? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I shall see you in the next one.